Alright, so I'm back at it again in here for another video, and I really was not hoping to actually be able to do this video, but since there are issues within the Hot Seat Live, and I've been trying to fix them and trying to see if the show can actually still be up, even though it was live, and now being able to see the live episode is really kind of an issue right now. So not really how I wanted to actually have the last episode for In the Hot Seat Live. So if anyone else had this issue or has this problem, please let me know down in the comment section below. I would love to hear you guys' feedback on that and maybe help with the situation and everything. So I really don't know what the hell happened there, and I wasn't the only one having issues as well with my guests too, as well towards the end of the show. And I don't know, it was just the weirdest thing how I just was able to have that error. So I do apologize. Of course the show is long over and everything like that, so I don't know why it still said that please stand by, and with the whole error thing for like the whole rest of the night. So I kind of figure it would be fixed by now, but I'm not really gonna sweat it either. So I do have the video on private at the moment until it does get fully fixed, and then I'll be able to share that once again. But I do appreciate you guys being able to join the show and everything, and for those of you who did watch it and everything like that, on what we talked about. For those of you who didn't know what was going on, we actually did talk about more about the CM Punk situation with him joining UFC, and as well with Dixie Carter talking about being able to have TNA as competition and how that brings out the better too, as well with any wrestling promotion that is out there. And as well, we talked about NXT TakeOver as well, which will be happening tonight on WWE Network for $9.99. Just had to note that off. But anyway, with that being said, I will actually be redoing my WWE Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs 2014 pay-per-view predictions, basically in the shortened version, if you will. So just to have that out there, and as well with the update to what happened in the Hot Seat Live. Starting things off with the pre-show match where we have the New Day taking on Stardust, as well with Goldust. With this one, of course, I am going to have Stardust and Goldust as my main two picks overall, even though I am warming up to the New Day, and there really isn't far too much new of what we've seen out of Kofi Kingston, Big E, and as well Xavier Woods, but it is something definitely new, so you know, I'm sure we'll probably see other stuff with them going into 2015, and since they just came back as a stable, so we'll see how that goes and everything like that. But you know, as of right now, I'm more in the middle when it comes to the stable, so within time I'm sure things will get better. Alright, so now with the Divas Championship, which will also be on the line between Nikki Bella and as well AJ, and with this one, this should actually be a pretty good to get match. I don't see AJ actually leaving, like I mentioned to you on the show as well, so I still see her sticking around and not see her going anywhere. So with that being said, I do however see Nikki Bella retaining the Divas Championship overall with my main pick there. Next match, we have the chairs match between Ryback and as well with Kane in this one. And with that being said, overall, you know, it should be interesting. That really the match that I'm looking most forward for, but I am liking Ryback as a face. I'm glad he is a baby face again, and I think it really works well, and it makes him more of a badass, if you will. So with that being said, I think Ryback will be able to get the win over Kane, and just to get that payback and everything like that, and keep his momentum rolling. And with that being said, I never really care far too much for Corporate Kane. I would like to see him go back with the mask, but unfortunately it probably won't happen, so I'm not really gonna sweat it there. So overall, Ryback is my main pick. Next match, we have the WWE Tag Team Championships, which will be on the line between Damien Mizdow and The Miz, and as well we have the Usos going head to head, and it's really cool now. We have more of a storyline here with the Usos, and now with Naomi getting into the mix, and The Miz wanting to actually have Naomi at his side, and basically as a business proposal type of deal going on. So that's really interesting to see that, and overall I do see the Tag Team Champions retaining with The Miz and Damien Mizdow, and eventually probably maybe get a few going with those two over time. So I really like what Damien Mizdow is doing, and the stuff that he does with the stunt double stuff is really gold to me, so it's really freaking dope. So there you have it with that one. So The Miz and Damien Mizdow are my picks. Next match, we had the stairs match, and I don't really care for that, but it actually could surprise us, with all honesty, between Eric Rowan and as well with the Big Show. with this one. It's kind of interesting to see how Eric Rowan is going to be dealing with the singles run and everything, even though I kind of wish, like I mentioned as well in the hot seat, that Eric Rowan and Luke Harper were still in a tag team with the Wyatt family, but you know, it'll probably grow more on me too as well. So I do see Eric Rowan getting the win, even though it could probably go to the Big Show. I kind of wouldn't be surprised seeing him get the win as well at the same time, but Eric Rowan overall is my main pick. Next match, we have the Intercontinental Championship, which will be on the line between Luke Harper and Dolph Ziggler. This should be a great match, something I'm definitely looking forward for between the two, and it can really go either or. It could also go to Dolph Ziggler, like we mentioned too on the show as well. I wouldn't be surprised if that does happen, but I do see Luke Harper being able to retain the title, and ever since he was getting the chance to actually become champion, I did see a feud between these two, so I think these two might have the feud continue a little bit more to see what's going to be happening with Dolph Ziggler now, eventually being able to go into the main event scene, which I think definitely does need to happen and is well deserved for Dolph Ziggler, and it's going to be really cool what Luke Harper has to offer with the Intercontinental Championship. So Luke Harper is my main pick overall. Then we get into the TLC match where we have Dean Ambrose and as well Bray Wyatt. This one should definitely be a match to look out for, and as well a great match that I'm definitely interested in. And another match that really could go either or between Dean Ambrose and as well with Bray Wyatt. I'm more leaning towards Dean Ambrose, and especially with him being attacked too recently on SmackDown. And as well, Bray Wyatt does too deserve that win as well. So overall, I'm going to go with Dean Ambrose, and that would be my main pick. But either way, I wouldn't really be disappointing. So we'll see what happens with that overall. Then of course we have John Cena and as well Seth Rollins in this one, and now with that one, I am actually overall going with John Cena in this one. Reason being not only that, with him being able to face Brock Lesnar, but not only with the stipulation too as well, he won't be able to be number one contender. And it was an interesting point that Chase brought up too on this channel not too long ago, possibly having a tournament if John Cena loses. I don't really see that happening though. It very well might, but I'm not too sure. But I think overall John Cena will get the win, even though it would be nice to see Seth Rollins get the win. And it's really hard to tell really at this point to see when Seth Rollins has yet to cash in, because he hasn't cashed in basically in all years. So he probably will actually cash in maybe at WrestleMania or something like that. So it is definitely going to be happening at some point, I think in 2015, early 2015 overall. So I do see John Cena getting the win there, and there you have it for my WWE TLC Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Stairs 2014 pay-per-view predictions, and those are my picks and thoughts overall. Like I mentioned earlier, I do apologize once again for the weird interruption that we had within the Hot Seat Live. I don't know why it's still up, so like I said, hopefully it will be, and hopefully Google fix up their act, and I don't know why that happened. So with the announcement too that was made towards the end of the show, I am supposed to be on Simon's show, and I will be basically taking over like an NXT takeover type of deal. So hopefully that will go as planned if Google Hangouts is actually working at that point. So it was just really frustrating, and it was just all complicated, and I didn't know how to really fix the situation. So I do hopefully we'll have something else, a special plan eventually. So not the way I wanted to go for In the Hot Seat Live to go in that way, but at least the show was live, and you guys for the most part were able to see who did see it. So for those who didn't see it, at least you had this and be able to still see my picks and everything like that. So I will be on Chase's channel as well tonight for the NXT review. I might have that on my channel as well, who knows. Just have to wait and see, and I will be back on this Sunday for my TLC review, so definitely be on the lookout for that. Hopefully you guys enjoy the rest of your holidays and everything like that. So definitely stay tuned for the review, and until then I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.